Hey, this is Matt once again. Welcome back to the video. There's another paid request, this time for Vonte. Thank you so much for that. And for those into or wanting to send in any paid request for pretty much anything, feel free to send it either directly to my PayPal or join my Patreon. Both links are down below in the info box. And this is for an episode of the X-Files called Ice from Season 1. Now, this wasn't the first episode of the X-Files I saw. That was Darkness Falls, but I remember way back to the day, they were having the episodes on VHS tape. I don't know how far they got season-wise with that, but I know the first season they were releasing these tapes. At times, I think it was 2 episodes per tape. And this is one of the tapes I had with Ice. I think it was 2 episodes per tape. I want to say that's what it was, since the episode's about 40-some minutes apiece. I remember with the VHS tapes, you would get these cards. That's a really nice artwork. I'll try to find the artwork for this one and put it over here. Really good collectibles when you got the VHS tapes. I think sometimes in the VHS they'd have like a little intro with Chris Carter or such, talk about the episodes. And I remember having the VHS tape that featured this episode on there. And always enjoyed it. Definitely think it's one of the better episodes. Definitely one of the best episodes of Season 1. And it was episodes like this that showcased that the X-Files was a show to watch. And it's funny, looking back, with the channel, Fox, obviously they had enough hope to put it on the air and keep it afloat. Because it's not like in the first season, boom, it's this mega blockbuster and it got in the top 10 or top 20. No, it was just doing well for what Fox programs usually did. And then like it gained more attention going to Season 2 and Season 3, word of mouth. In particular, when they changed it to Sunday nights, then it really got an uptake in viewers. So when it got to like Season 6... Season 5, it was doing gangbusters. And I say that because I remember at the time, well, not the time, in retrospect, I should say, that the company had more faith in the adventures of Bristol County Jr., or Bruce Campbell, because that was out around the same time as this. And they thought that was the show that was going to be big. That was the show, I think there was one of the network guys saying, if Bruce Campbell's not a big star, I'll eat my hat, or something like that. Well, I hope he has some salt and some sauce with that, because Bristol County, which is a fun show, but that only lasted like a year. One season. I think I have the DVD set over there. I believe I do. Fun show, mix of Western and sci-fi and a little bit of that stuff. And then finding out Bruce Campbell would be in an episode of The X-Files many years later. I think Season 7? I think it was called Terms of Endearment, or it was one where he was a demon-like figure and he would put babies into women and he wanted a normal family, and when they were not normal, when they were demon babies, he would get rid of them. And but at the same time, there's a little bit sympathy because he just wanted like a normal life. Anyway, that's another thing. But yeah, that show didn't last long, and it was the X-Files. Like, no one thought the X-Files would be as big as it became. And watching episodes like Darkness Falls, this one, and then, there's one called Grotesque, which is a good one, which has Kurtwood Smith from RoboCop, Clarence Boddicker himself. Home is one of the best ones in my opinion. I love X-Cops, where they were on an episode of Cops. That's a very fun one. Very fun one. And very unique. There was some entertaining comedy ones, like with there was one with Luke Wilson. I think it's called Bad Blood. That was pretty funny. And there was some nice serious ones, like this one, like Grotesque, like Home. It's hard to pick like top 10. That'd be very, very hard. But if you tell me like, if you're asking what's one of the best of the season one, Ice is that case. And Mark Snow, I want to give a special shout out. He does a fantastic job on the music in these episodes. Real quick, like if anyone ever sees this video who's like the hardest core of X-Files fanatics, maybe you can help me. If you remember the episode Grotesque, that's the one with Kurtwood Smith, and there's this killer that makes these weird gargoyle type sculptures, sometimes with bodies in them. And there's this prisoner in a jail cell. At one point, Mulder is talking to him, and where's this creature, this monster? It will find you, or maybe it already has. The guy tells that to Mulder. The music playing under that scene, if you could please help me find that music, if it's on YouTube anywhere, because I don't know what it would be called, please let me know. It's very creepy, scary. Anyway, that's off tangent. But the music in a lot of these episodes, including this, is very efficient, fits wonderfully with the mood. And this episode has a lot of good, solid atmosphere to it, and paranoia. And definitely an ode to John Carpenter's The Thing. Because it takes place at a Alaskan research station. This team had the murder-suicide. A tape was found, or at least there was like a stream broadcast. Mulder and Scully watch the tape. They're sent out to find out what happened to this team. They get together with 3 scientists. One of them is Xander Berkeley. He was in the original Candyman as the husband of Helen. The pilot is played by Jeff Kober, who's the bad guy in Lou Diamond Phillips' film The First Power. See you around, buddy boy. So it's cool to see Jeff Kober in there. So the 3 scientists, the pilot, and Mulder and Scully, they go to his research station where they were dealing with the ice cores. And soon as they get there, there's a dog attack. Jeff Kober gets bit. And what they least know, you kind of find out that there's these parasites. And there's some nice practical effects where the parasite's embedded under the skin. You see up close of like the rippling effect of a skin as something's moving around in there. Jeff Kober's been infected. And you find there's these worms that control you, that you get. They love the hypothalamus. It was kind of what the creature in the Relic liked as well. The town size more from the Relic. And because of that, it could make someone much more angry and agitated and violent. So it's a bit of that, the thing, who do you trust? Can I trust you? Should I be able to trust you? I thought that really helped, especially with the Mulder and Scully. This is their first season, and this is like, again, the 25th episode. So they've still been quite through cases, but it's not like they've known each other for 10 years either. And you get this great moment where the two of them have guns on each other. And the actors pull it off. I know David Duchovny is not the most, for the most part, emotion-filled actor, but I thought he's very dry. Very, very dry. But in stuff like this, I think he pulled it off very well. He's agitated, he's mad, he's scared. Same with Gillian Anderson and Scully. You may not be who you are. And dead bodies pile up and they don't know who to trust and they think it's Mulder, so they shut him in someplace and had to figure out what to do next. I thought the location, I swear the outside shots are from John Carpenter's The Thing. I don't know if it is like the research station. They look just like John Carpenter's The Thing. And the inside interior, I think the production designer or who worked on the theme worked on this. I could be wrong, but I think that's who it was. Which would make sense why it has even more of the theme feel to it. And like I said, I thought for TV budget, that was designed well. The actors did their jobs well. There's a few bits of funny stuff, like when they have to check each other's body and the guys are taking off their clothes and Mulder's going, before anyone passes judgment, just remember, we are in the Arctic. You know. I even like the bit where the one scientist, he likes to listen to old football games as kind of like a way to deal with stuff. I didn't mind that actor. I forget his name. And then spoiler alert for those who haven't seen it, spoilers, you get to the end, they think Scully believes Mulder, and that's kind of a difference between Mulder and Scully do trust each other while the others don't. And that trust helps them in this situation where she brings Mulder out. Xander Berkeley and the girl grab Mulder, they put Scully into the freezer, whatever, lock her in. They found out that if a worm goes into a body that another worm is in, the worms will kill each other. And Mulder's like, well, if you do that, you don't infect me. You're not going to save me. And then Xander Berkeley realizes the girl's infected. They grab her. They put the worm in her. She's fixed. Same with the dog being fixed. And then they're able to move on. I like a lot of episodes. It ends with not sunshine and roses. Mulder wants to go back to, because this could be alien life. There's something about a meteor, and that's where it came from, way deep in the core, under the ground. But they found out that the whole thing has been destroyed. Because it's going to be that constant search for the truth from Mulder. That's one thing about the X-Files that I've said many times it's my favorite show for the standalone episodes. Like Ice. I think most people, they would say, if you're asking them a favorite episode, it would be a standalone episode. I don't think you don't find a lot of people that their favorite episode is a mythology episode. I'm not saying you won't. I'm just saying more often than not, it's going to be a standalone episode. Just the mythology, I think the first, what they should have done, here's the mistake they made. They should have ended the mythology with the first movie. And then they could always start a new mythology. You could start a new season, have random episodes, standalone episodes for good 4 or 5, and then start slowly working on another different mythology. The first movie, again, if you Mulder and Scully found out what's going on, this is what led up to, I mean, you showed them inside an alien ship. Of course, you have to make Scully not be knocked out, because she's, despite everything. That's another thing. It got to a point that it was still hard to believe that Scully was a disbeliever with all of the stuff that she's been through. Like, she's still a disbeliever. The longer the show got, the more of a pill, the bigger pill that was to swallow. But they should have ended the mythology by the first movie. The fact is, they kept stringing it along, making up new stuff. Oh, that didn't really happen. They get more convoluted. I dare anyone from season 1 to season revival to do a chronological look that everything fits and everything makes sense. You can't. You can't. That was their mistake. And that's what they should have done, is that, okay, you do that, and then yeah, they had Chris Carter had a beginning. He didn't have an ending, and then they were just making shit up as they go along, and then making shit up. Oh wait, well what about they forget about this and this at this point? I mean that's why watching the show again, it seems pointless to watch the mythology because it just look what they did with the revival. Like say Smoking Man is alive again or what, and then oh that's not really their son, and oh but then Stolly is pregnant with their son. I just whatever, man. Whatever. You guys don't know what the hell you're doing. The revival season 10, 11 was such big pile of puke stains they killed the franchise. People want to say season 9 killed the franchise. No, I could watch season 9. It's not my favorite season, but you know what? Robert Patrick owns. It is pretty killer, pretty cool in that season. It's not my favorite season, but I watch season 9 any day over season 10, 11. Because season 9, again, at least they're trying. Robert Patrick made that work for me. And there's a couple of decent standalone episodes. And you know, that was cool by my book. Then they had that final episode with the trial, and that was kind of weak. But the fact that that was better than what the hell they did in season 10, oh my god, just. But back to Ice. Ice, like I said, is effective in his paranoia, has a good atmosphere. When the worms they put in these canisters, it's very bad early CGI, but you know, it's used sparingly. Like I said, there is at least some practical when it's under the skin and going under it. Nice to see people like Jeff Kober and Xander Berkeley in there. Decent actors. Nice paranoia confrontation between Mulder and Scully to test their partnership. Once again, another solid job by Mark Snow, the composer. Like I said, Ice, very well done, showed. Like if you're going on a list of name 5 episodes that people should watch to see if they're into the X-Files, Ice is one of them. I would go Home, Ice, and then I'm not sure what else, but really good episode. So with that said, thanks for watching. Take care. We'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.